Every day, millions of pieces of KFC chicken are consumed worldwide. The brand has over 27,000 locations, spread across about 145 countries, establishing itself as one of the largest fast food chains in the world. In today's video, you will see how KFC chicken is made, from the raw materials to the delicious and irresistible chicken. Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC, was born in the 1930s when Harland David Sanders, the famous Colonel Sanders, transformed a simple gas station in Corbin, Kentucky into a must-stop for those seeking tasty meals. Determined to offer something unique, he developed a secret recipe of 11 herbs and spices, as well as a pressure frying technique that ensured juicy and crispy chicken. In the 1950s, Sanders decided to franchise the business, spreading the taste of his fried chicken across the United States. In no time, hundreds of restaurants were already displaying the smiling face of the Colonel on their facades. The success was such that, in 1964, the chain expanded globally, becoming one of the icons of fast food. Today, KFC is present in dozens of countries, offering the famous bucket of fried chicken. Colonel Sanders' face is still displayed in every store, symbolizing the story of a man determined by quality and flavor, who conquered the world with his unmistakable seasoning. The production process of KFC's chickens begins long before any employee of the chain touches the meat. It all starts with the rigorous selection of suppliers and farms. KFC has quality control criteria aimed at ensuring the origin of the chicken. Before closing any deal, the KFC purchasing team evaluates the farms, observing factors such as site hygiene, infrastructure, feeding methods, capacity to meet demand, and health standards of the birds. Additionally, it is essential that the chickens are free from substances like excessive antibiotics or prohibited hormones. Contracts are signed only with companies that meet these requirements. The raising of chickens to be used by KFC lasts, on average, between 35 and 45 days, which can vary according to the bird's lineage and the production method. During this period, the chicks receive care to ensure healthy growth. The environment is controlled in terms of temperature, ventilation, and lighting to prevent stress and the spread of diseases. The feed provided is balanced, containing proteins, carbohydrates, vitamins, and minerals. As the birds grow, the diet is adjusted to meet the nutritional needs of each development stage. The farm workers constantly monitor the well-being of the birds, ensuring they have permanent access to clean water and quality feed. Additionally, any necessary vaccines and medications are administered to prevent contagious diseases. In the past, the poultry industry faced criticism for confinement practices and the excessive use of antibiotics. However, stricter regulations and consumer market demands have been leading to significant improvements. KFC, through audits, ensures that partner farms practice appropriate breeding methods that do not compromise consumer health or chicken quality. When the chickens reach the appropriate weight and age, the slaughtering process begins. At this stage, various measures are taken to ensure what is called humane slaughter, which minimizes the suffering of the birds. The transport of the chickens from the farms to the slaughterhouse is organized to minimize stress as much as possible. In the slaughterhouse, after undergoing stunning procedures, the birds are slaughtered and proceed to the evisceration and cleaning area. In this phase, feathers, viscera, and other unused parts are removed. The chicken is inspected by technicians and veterinarians who look for signs of possible diseases or contamination. Only the carcasses that pass all tests and inspections are approved and released for the next stage. Cutting. The next stage consists of cutting and standardizing the chicken pieces. Over the years, KFC has developed specific standards for serving thighs, drumsticks, breasts, and wings, as well as other cuts that may vary from country to country. This way, the consumer always receives uniform pieces that fit the bucket's concept, chicken or in the meal combos. Once cut, the pieces undergo quality control, where size, meat proportion, and absence of defects are checked. The chain also focuses on optimizing carcass utilization, minimizing waste. Then, the approved parts are vacuum sealed or frozen for transport. Some KFC units receive fresh chicken, while others receive it chilled or frozen, depending on each region's logistical capacity. Just as important as production is how the chicken is transported and stored. Refrigerated trucks transport the batches, with each vehicle constantly monitored for temperature. Upon arrival at distribution centers or directly at restaurants, the chicken boxes are stored in cold chambers. Then, in KFC kitchens, the preparation phase begins, which will give the chicken its unmistakable flavor. Some pieces of chicken arrive seasoned, while others are seasoned at the restaurant itself. Each unit follows an internal protocol involving the secret blend of 11 herbs and spices, originally created by Colonel Sanders. While the exact formula is kept secret, it's known that ingredients like black pepper, salt, paprika, and garlic powder form part of the base. However, not even the employees know the complete formula, as they receive this pre-mixed blend and simply add it to the chicken. Depending on the country, some adaptations can be made, but the recipe's core remains practically the same. Before being breaded, the chicken undergoes a marination step, immersed in a liquid or dry solution, varying by region. This allows the meat to absorb seasonings and retain moisture when fried. This process can last hours, helping to keep the chicken juicy. After marination, the chicken is breaded in seasoned flour. This breading provides the product's signature crispiness. One of KFC's unique aspects is a special technique developed by Colonel Sanders, who initially used pressure cookers to fry the meat, speeding up the process and sealing in the flavor. Currently, our stores use a pressure fryer that combines precise pressure and temperature. This makes the chicken surface crispy and the meat inside remains tender and juicy. The fryers are calibrated to maintain stable oil temperature. If there's any variation, audible and visual indicators alert the team. That makes the necessary adjustments. The frying itself is carried out in stages with precisely defined timing. The chicken is placed in the fryer basket, which is submerged in cottonseed oil for a few minutes. The cooking time varies according to the cut. Generally, larger pieces, like the breast, take a few more seconds. After the first frying cycle, the employee removes the basket and checks if the crust's color is ideal and if the internal temperature of the meat has reached the safe level for consumption, around 75 degrees Celsius, depending on local regulations. It is common to conduct random quality tests throughout the day, checking the texture, flavor, color, and for any unwanted residue. If the chicken does not meet the established standards, it is discarded. Upon leaving the oil, the chicken is placed on a tray for a brief period to allow excess oil to drain. Then, it is transferred to a heated container where it is available to the service team. It is worth noting that the exposure time to the environment is also monitored to prevent the chicken from losing its crunchiness or flavor. Generally, if the product is not sold within a specific interval, it is discarded to ensure freshness at the point of sale. One of KFC's trademarks is the presentation of chicken in buckets, marketing icons and symbols of the chain. These buckets facilitate handling, offering different cuts and group sharing. Depending on the country, there are different sizes and combinations of pieces. Buckets with 6, 8, 10, 14 or more pieces, as well as options that include sauces, fries, or salads. The assembly of these buckets is done quickly and practically. The attendant identifies the requested size, selects the already prepared chicken pieces, and places them in the bucket. In general, KFC maintains a good variety of combos, also offering sandwiches, wraps, and sides. However, the traditional bucket of chicken remains the most famous item, maintaining a strong connection with the consumer's emotional memory. The consumer experience at KFC begins the moment they place the order at the counter. After selecting the combo or the bucket size, the team receives the order and starts assembling it. The packaging is branded and keeps the food warm. And that was today's video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.